Alright, so we did the unboxing for the K5 from FMS. Now we're going to take a closer look at some of the details and some of the features that it has. One of the things that I was asked right away was to show a better look at how the clips work. So let's see if we can get the camera a little closer. So you can see the clips right here. They're pretty simple. You just push in. Those are loose. Same system in the back here. Right there. And it comes right off. Then it has a little cable here for the lights. As you can see, you can unplug that and then take the whole thing off. Pretty simple. Let's get this back on. Once we take this off, you see it only has lights in the front, similar to how the Power Wagon is. Only has lights in the front. No stop light, no brake lights, no signal lights, no turn lights, like the K10, which has the turn lights, signal lights, high beam, low beams, and brake lights in the back. So that is one difference in between these. The Land Cruiser also has the brake lights. So the FCX24s only have the front lights. I'm not sure about the Max Smasher. I don't have a Max Smasher. Just know exactly how that one is set up. I could definitely look it up, but I didn't. Another difference I noticed in between this and the Power Wagon. Let's take this off so we can see it a little easier. It's the same idea as the clips. Real easy to take off. And front. I didn't plug this one in. Okay. So you can see, one has a servo saver, the other one doesn't. The Power Wagon has just a straight up servo connector arm, and then the new K5 has the servo saver. I'm assuming the Max Smasher also has a servo saver like that. Yeah, that's one of those. That's pretty much one of the main differences. I haven't really measured the shocks and anything like that, but my Power Wagon is stretched out, so it's got a longer wheelbase than the K5, but it's not by much. So other than the servo saver, the ESC receiver combos look to be the same. FMS, R3A on both, PBX4, yep, it seems to be the same. Another difference is that the Power Wagon had this little rubber band thing that was kind of simple, it's left a little bit to be desired. So now they have a nicer rubberized band that works better, just looks better, gives it a little bit more of a quality feel than just a plain old rubber band sitting there holding your battery. Although I never had problems with it. It's just, just a rubber band seems, at least to me. Now this seems like an upgrade. I'm happy with that. Other than that, I wanted to also show, I'll probably put a short clip up for references of how they perform. even though the K10 and the K5 have the same wheels and tires, we get it real close so you can see. I mean, they are the same exact tires and wheels, but the K10 does not have any foams in it. They're just straight, just tires, and they're super soft. And this really makes a difference when you're in the crawling course. This has some pretty stiff foams, which, you know, it performs well. There's, you know, the sidewall's really, really strong, but when it comes time to crawl, it's quite slippery. I mean, even though it's they're the same tires and wheels, this performed so much better out of the box. I'll put up a couple of the clips. This was just impressive out of the box. I thought it was really, really going to be bad. Obviously, it gets hung up quite easily because it has such a long wheelbase. I think it's 195, but it really, really helps it just stay planted to the ground. You are going to get hung up in a few spots just because it's so long, but it really impressed me and my buddy quite a bit. Then this, even though it's exactly the same stuff, really
keeps slipping.
Had the opposite effect. With the foams, it really slipped around quite a bit. It was not able to kind of wrap itself around the obstacles as well as these tires did. So I might just switch them and see if just putting these tires with absolutely no foams in it will help the performance a bit. As you saw on the unboxing that I did earlier, it comes with the additional set of shocks, so you can do oil shocks, and it also comes with a little rubber O-rings to make these oil shocks as well, I believe. Yep, yeah, it has the same type of oil shocks, same type of shocks as this one has, and as you can see, it's not bouncy anymore because I did the oil upgrade on them. It is a little slow. I used 25, and I don't know, I feel like it was too much. I might just empty them all out completely and let it kind of help it smooth out the bounce, but it was a little too much. I did cut the springs quite a bit. I don't remember exactly. I had a measurement, but I don't remember exactly how much it was. But it made a difference. Just, I mean, when it was sitting all the way up like this, it was significantly top heavy, and it liked to tip over a lot more frequently than you'd think. So cutting the springs on this made a difference. Added the oil shocks, and I also added some weights to the front, which makes it great for climbing, but going down, she really likes to go over. So with this, I'm probably gonna add, do the oil upgrade to the shocks, and I want to try these tires without the foams to see if there's a marked improvement. This is mainly done, as you can see, it has a servo saver, so it was more done to do trail running and a little bit of bashing, I guess, by the way they're presenting it, but these chassis are quite versatile. You can do a lot with them, monster truck, crawler, trail truck, and they are all pretty scaled, so I'm pretty happy with what they've done so far. Show you a couple of the simple features of, this regular FCX24 stuff. 2-speed transmission and such, which is very, very cool for such a small vehicle. In my opinion, it's makes the brushless almost not necessary unless you burn your system up from adding too much weight, and or lacking for that extra power. You can really get yourself out of trouble by shifting in a second faster gear and use that wheel speed to get over something. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if it'll be worth doing the upgrade. I mean, my buddy's got the FearTech, and that thing is a beast. And the FearTechs are pretty much upgraded FCX24s with, you know, stretched out and a better electronic system and such. But it's the same chassis, same portals. I don't know about these. It probably has metal drive shafts and the LCG setup, but you should be able to get an FCX24 to perform pretty close to what the FearTech can do for less money. But then again, if you don't want to do any of that, the FearTechs are really nice as well. Let's get her going. Let's get the transmitter on. Got a few different buttons here, not too many, but you know, you got your third channel, and then the steering and the throttle. The power button is down here. I did a lot of one-handed driving with it. I'm trying to record, and it's you know, it's possible. It's not hard to do one-handed driving with it. Let's see, it's hard to do this and show you when it's like backwards. There you go. But yeah, the size is pretty good. Kind of wish the modulation for the reverse was a little better. But it's not bad. So, you guys can see, this is first gear. And that's the shift, second gear. What a difference. First gear, second gear. Not bad at all. Now let's get the body on and show you how the light works. Alright, let's get the body back on. Show you how the light works. Just plug back in here. Pretty simple, it's only got two. So you can't really make a mistake. Comes with this additional one here. To be 100% honest with you, I have no idea what that's for. I'm sure somebody can write down in the comments what that one's for. The FCX24 Power Wagon has the same thing. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, there it is. Then you can see little clips. And same thing in the back. Then all you do is line them up with the holes back, and it clips right in. Same thing in the front. Just push it down. And they're on. Let's go back. Okay, and then to get your lights on, just tap your bind button once. Light comes on. Tap it again. Light goes off. Pretty simple. Not much to it. And then here's your switch for the gears. I'm not sure if the middle is neutral. Yeah, middle's neutral. Kind of cool, kind of like the TRX4. If you had a sound system, I don't know if it's big enough for a sound system, possibly, you could use that for revving and all that kind of stuff, just sitting there and rev up your motor. Sounds kind of cool. Yeah, you definitely could probably get an ES1 in the back, and if you're using the cap. Without the cap, I don't think there's space for one. But yeah, pretty cool. The speed on the second gear is actually not bad. There's also a high-speed motor available that would fit this. You might need the heatsink for it. I'm not 100% sure, but this body is a little bit, I don't want to say fragile, but it's probably not something you want to be going full speed all the time, because it looks so nice. You really don't want to destroy it. But then again, that's up to you. You do whatever you want with it. I personally wouldn't, I don't think I'd put the high speed on this. It performs well for the size, and the speed's pretty good for the size. For the next video, I'll be showing the performance of it on the course when they're with a buddy from RTW. And we rode around, he had his Fury Tech, and I definitely couldn't keep up with the Fury Tech. And I couldn't keep up with this one either, now that it's got a few upgrades. But there's a couple little things I could do to it that I'm pretty sure are going to improve significantly how it handles. Most likely I'll take this cap off to lower the center of gravity, and maybe I'll just swap out and put the springs from this Power Wagon on here and see what that does. Really, the main Achilles this one was the tires. They were just not gripping because of the foam. When they're nice and soft like this one, with no foams, it just wraps itself around the obstacle and really just pushes the truck over it. It's crazy. We were super impressed with how well this truck did on the course, and a little underwhelmed by how this one did. But then again, it wasn't bad. Again, I thought I showed a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. But this, once you're done, these two should perform pretty much the same. There's barely any difference on them, other than the body and the servo saver. But all the components are all the same. So should be able to perform just as good once you do a couple tweaks to it.